What is up, people? What is up? I am here, and you won't believe it, but it is the NBA preview show. We do it every year. You might say, what do you mean preview show? The NBA is already going on. Mind your business. Okay, we got the crew together. This is when we can do it, and we're going to do it a little bit past, but some good things have happened since then. All right, the guys are going to kind of trickle in as they can. Matter of fact, okay, you got one in right here. Yep, we got guys coming in now. This is the show. We are live and moving and taping. I'm hoping people can get in. Okay, coming in now. Rob is in the building. We're gonna see who trickles in when they can trickle in. But guys, yes, you might say, why would y'all be doing a preview show? And the season's already started. Just mind your business. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. And it's key that we're doing it now because some things had to happen for it to be this way. So Rob is in the building. What's up, Rob? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Monty Mock? I'm glad we're having this, man. There's a lot of talking going on. We need to get stuff on wax.
We have to get some stuff down. Oh, and here's JVC is punching in. See, we just started the show. We didn't do the formalities. We out here. We are live. We are moving. JVC is coming in now. So, okay, guys, as you know, there's been a lot that has transpired, a lot, and even before the season, now the season, we recap. OKC won the championship. Okay, JVC is here now. OKC won the championship. If you didn't know, an amazing series against the Indiana Pacers. If you all have a chance, please watch that starting five on Netflix. Netflix really did an amazing job because they picked five guys at the start of the season, and they ended up picking the right. It was Jaylen Brown, it was KD, there was James Harden, and then they picked Gilgeous-Alexander, and they picked Tyrese Halliburton. So the two main guys, unbelievable. It really was an unbelievable show. So those guys made it. Indiana with an improbable run to the finals against the heavily favored um, OKC team. So, Jay, let me ask you real quick your thoughts on the last season, the postseason of last season, and how OKC ended up winning the title and helping prove some of your xenophobia against our Canadian brothers wrong. JVC, you are muted also at the point right now. Go ahead, Rob.
So here's the thing, man. I'm not a fan of OKC at all. Y'all know that. I don't like Shea. I don't like SGA. I don't like Chet. I don't like Jalen Williams.
I like shit.
I don't like any of those guys over there. But listen, we talk about playoff dues a lot. We believe that you got to pay your dues. Those guys paid their dues. They built through the draft. They did it the right way. And I'm not going to discount that, man. Can't take anything away from them.
No, you can't. And again, it was a great series. Looks like Joe is coming in as well. JVC, your thoughts on last season, the postseason, how it played out, the Indiana's run, OKC finally go ahead. We're live picking up right now. Joe's in the building. JVC, your thoughts on last season?
Um, as far as OKC, young team, well coached team, you got an MVP caliber in SGA. And I thought it was a win for the NBA, with a small market, right? And the Thunder making the run that they have. So I wasn't impressed with their postseason run. I think availability is the greatest ability, right? So there were some injuries, but you take advantage of your opportunities. So they went to multiple game sevens. Shea actually came out with an article and said he felt like his performance individually and the team performance did take a dip in the postseason, but they were able to get it done. So hats off to them. They got a lot of guys. I feel like it's Shea, Jalen, and Chet, and then everybody else is like the same person with different names. That's how I think about OKC. Like it's like Isaiah Joe, but then it's like what? Everybody else says like the same person.
Right.
So yeah, as far as Indy, I think that was probably more surprising than anything. I felt terrible for Halliburton with the injury at that moment. But their run was super improbable. I felt like their postseason run was more dominant. The way they did the Cavs, right? The way they did the Knicks. I mean, Indy just came out of nowhere. Nobody thought that they would do that. So, and now they're 1-12, and abysmal. But you got to take advantage of your opportunity. So, two young teams, right? We didn't see no Bron, we didn't see no Steph, we didn't see no KD. So, I looked at last year like a changing of the guard, and I hated it. But in the same token, it was some good basketball. I got to be objective.
Joe, we are recapping last season, the postseason run for OKC, Indiana's magical ride. Any thoughts on the recap of last season?
I mean, kind of the same. It was, two young teams, an expected team and an unexpected team. So overall, it was a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be, especially in the finals. The road to the finals was even different. You saw a lot of different teams kind of stepping up and doing different things. So, I think the narrative that the league is like, dying and whatnot is not necessarily true. Now, granted, whether the stars are of a certain caliber, that's a different conversation. But I thought overall last season was a very good step in the right direction. You saw a lot of trades happen at the deadline. And the finals, like I said, was unfortunately that Halliburton couldn't finish it, but that was a magical run. I mean, I don't think we've seen that many game winners by one person in a playoff run since like Bron in 18. Like that was I wish he could have capped it off and stayed in the game at least, play the game through. But overall, I thought it was a good season last year. Definitely not like how the media is kind of portraying it.
Well, of course. I mean, if that Indiana one would have been Boston or New York with the same kind of results, everybody be talking about the league was great. I love that run for Indiana. I had to watch starting five again to remember it. He did that every round. He hit a game
Mhm.
winner. I have never seen that before because you forget about the one in OKC. He did it in game one against
Mhm.
OKC. He hit a game winner. I'm on record. I'll put it on record now. If he wouldn't have got hurt, I think Indiana might have won that game seven.
Same.
He started out
He was
so hot.
playing bad though. I thought he was playing bad in Game 7 though.
No, he was
Halliburton,
cooking in game
oh,
seven.
he hit three threes in a row. He was on fire, and you don't see that in game sevens very much. The best game seven I remember performance is Draymond Green, and they didn't win. Guys
Mhm.
are usually tight. The rim is. If you watch that again, I had to watch the starting five again, and he missed his first shot, and then he hit three straight threes, and he was on a roll. I really think OKC dodged the bullet. I mean, like you said,
Mhm.
availability is the best ability. But it was a great run. OKC was the best team all season. They got it done. Denver took them to the wire in Indiana, but they still get the championship. We had one other thing to talk about from last season, and Joe alluded to it. There was a lot of trades, but there was one trade that literally this is people, and let me tell you something. And I fight this all the time. Yes, the NFL is a monster for ratings. It is, you can't even compare the NFL to anything else. It's got limited availability, which drives the interest. It's the best sport to gamble on. Of course, they're gonna always have better ratings, but the interest in the players, there is no sport like basketball, and that proved it in the Luka Doncic trade. There is no other trade in any sport. Now, I don't know international soccer, all that, but no other in North American sports that would do that. The ripple effect from the Luka Doncic trade, nobody saw it coming. It made no sense. I remember hearing it and thinking that Shams had got hacked, like everybody thought he did, and that shook for about almost a week shook everybody. So I'll go in reverse order. Joe, your thoughts on when you heard Luka Doncic of the then Western Conference champion Dallas Mavericks was traded to the Lakers?
I immediately did not believe it. I thought he got hacked and the whole thing. And this is man, Nobody's perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't understand the trade either at the time. I was like, the Lakers were at the time they were playing good. They had just beat New York with no AD. They were rolling, and I just was like, what? Nothing made sense. Like nothing in the trade made sense. So I thought it was fake. I was like, the trade doesn't make sense. I was like, what is Dallas getting out of this? And then once I saw it, I didn't believe it until I saw him in the jersey. And even still, it up until like this season, it still looks weird to not see him in the white and blue with Dallas.
JVC, your thoughts on the trade that shook the NBA last season?
Yeah, shook is the right word. I mean, I don't think anybody believed it. You know, I was mad because I don't like that guy. Like he's so lame. What's his name? Like the
Sham?
new, yeah, like yeah, he's so lame. Like he tries to talk like Woj.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see how like so I already hate his guts. So I just thought, you know, this dude sucks. Like bring Woj back. Like this is ridiculous. But it was
Damn,
real.
Steve, I wasn't expecting that tonight.
Right, that's a hot take. He said I hate shots.
Yeah, you can tell him I said it too.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, shock. Like literally shock. And I think all the players were shocked. Like anybody can get this smoke. Like if you trade Luka Doncic, 25 years old, first team All NBA, coming off of finals, and the dude is gone, like to a different team. Like we literally it was historical. It was historical.
Yeah,
We've never seen that
never.
ever in league history. Your perennial player be traded. So I was absolutely shocked. You know, AD not so much. But the Luka aspect is just what had everybody floored, you know. And I think Luka, it took him
Oh yeah,
it took Luka a minute to be like,
yeah.
yo, what in the world? A little plug. I don't know if it was, I don't know, you know how they cut up all the NBA shows now? I don't know if it was Prime or what, but Dirk finally spoke on it the other night, and he gave an excellent breakdown after the Nico firing about everything that happened. So if you ain't seen that, you watch that because that was a good breakdown.
Yeah, Dirk has been vocal. Jay, your thoughts on the Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers?
So I'm a huge Luka Doncic fan. You know, I went on the record saying that Luka Doncic is a generational talent, similar to LeBron James, and I was laughed to scorn for it.
You still are.
That are on this thread. But when you have a guy, if I ask you right now, I have a trivia question. Name the 5 NBA players currently that have at least 5 All NBA first teams. Current NBA players right now.
Dylan, and Dylan.
You see that? So you trade a guy that has 5 All NBA first teams. The guys currently that have that: LeBron James, James Harden, Giannis. You got your boy Joker, and you got Luka Doncic. And you trade that kind of player for Anthony Davis. Can you make that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? So I thought, I didn't believe it at first. Like we hear about the curse of the Bambino. What was up with that? Didn't they trade Babe Ruth or something like that?
They traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees.
Yeah. So like I feel as though like Dallas is, they're probably going to be cursed, like the curse of the Bambino. This is going to be talked about 25, 30 years from now, that trade. It's almost like the Emmitt Smith trade. Like we know historical trades. Like this one will go down in history.
Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely will. It was I mean, my theory is that I think so let's come current. Nico Harrison was fired this week. The week we're taping this, and it's just kind of a cap on things. They did win the lottery. They did get a flag, but the team is struggling. Kyrie Irving is out. The fans have not gotten over it. It was a complete revolt. I'm sorry. I think to me, I just feel like some kind of way Luca rubbed the owner wrong, and the owner sent his general manager to do his bidding. I just don't believe that these super rich billionaire guys just let some general manager run amok. And like you have, even if it wasn't his idea, he has to sign off on it. And I think that guy is just totally out of touch. But for the record, I just want to say something. 2 years ago, somebody on this panel predicted the fall of the Dallas Mavericks and the rise of the Detroit Pistons. Now, when that person predicted that, the Dallas Mavericks ended up going to the finals, and the Pistons were one of the worst teams in the league. But okay, a year off. But now we've talked about what happened to the Dallas Mavericks. And looking at the standings right now, the Detroit Pistons are 11-2, first place in the Eastern Conference. And it looks like I was a year off, but my prophecy came to true. I just want y'all to know that just for the record. All right. So let's move it forward now. We're into this season. And again,
can I just add, can I ask something? Yes or no, real quick. Do you agree that that's the worst trade in NBA history? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
Unequivocally, yes.
I think it became. I think if Cooper Flag was, I mean, the season's still young. If Cooper Flag was like generational, or if he ends up being generational, maybe the conversation shifts. But as of right now, yes, it's the worst trade.
I just don't see that for Cooper Flag, man.
But it's not even Cooper. My problem is, okay, like Joe, you say, well, if Cooper Flag becomes a generational talent, you had
a generational talent.
Like, what's the point? What are we doing?
Like, that don't make sense.
You have never seen a player that young, that decorated.
They
literally were just in the finals. Like, we hope Cooper Flag can be a multi-time All-Star. Y'all had what'd you say, 5 times first?
5-time first team.
I don't understand.
But you heard what the conspiracy theories is.
Oh,
is that Adam Silver got involved?
That's what they say.
To make sure that he got to get Cooper Flag?
Well, Adam Silver, that because the rankings were taking, Adam Silver needed a marquee dude on a marquee team. So they agreed if he goes to the Lakers, y'all will get the first pick. And also their owner who owns what he's on, like the Sands Corporation, he's trying to lobby to get gambling legalized in Texas, which is not. So allegedly the NBA would back him if they did that trade. That's
the truth to that, bro.
Saying.
Bro, because MGM trying to get there's something to that for sure.
But okay, understand something though. If that ever got out, do you know how many people would be in jail? Like the risk of that.
Folks is already going to jail.
I'm not talking about a fine. This is literally breaking the law on levels of if they actually. I mean, you know me, I love a conspiracy theory. I still believe like the Knicks got Patrick Ewing off that frozen envelope, and you know David Stern don't care. But I'm just saying, anyway, you know. So
ratings are now we talk about OKC winning. We always talk about what's best. Do we want dominant teams like Boston, LA to win championships, Golden State, or do you want parity in the NBA?
Well, let me get to that because, like I said, the Detroit Pistons are number 1 in the East. They are not number 1 in the league because, number 1 in the league at 13-1 and running through the league like a buzzsaw, the OKC Thunder. And this is not a projection like, oh, maybe they really could win this year and are set up to even be the same team next year. That's how scary this is. Like, they've got the young pieces. This is not like Houston with KD on his last run, and we're going to see if they got nothing but time and draft picks. So now Jay brings up a good point. Do we like the dynasties? I heard somebody make a great point. What we really like is competitive dynasties. We don't want somebody just to be head and shoulders above the league. We like it when somebody's up there and people are right with them, and if they win, we feel more satisfied. But I think we ultimately do like dynasties. JVC, your thoughts?
Yeah, 100% agree. You look at the ratings, like a Game 7 between Indy and OKC is way below, statistically, I don't know, the reign of the Warriors or Spurs or Lakers, Bulls, obviously. So we want dynasties. We want to love them or hate them. We don't want to see a new champion every single year. Nobody nobody cares. I mean, it might be some parity and good for smaller markets, but for the overall theory and theme of the game, yes, like the Patriots, whether you hated them or you loved them, you wanted to watch to see them win if you lived in Boston, but everybody watched just to see them lose at the time. Like, and that's what it draws. And right now, there's no hate factor,
Yeah.
right? There's no hate
Well,
factor. It's you want the hate factor because somebody gonna watch, right? You don't want the I don't care factor.
no.
That's what you don't want.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Joe, your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of on the opposite. I like competitive basketball. One thing about the NFL I've always liked is that although you've had like dominant teams, the teams that go to the Super Bowl more times than not are not 100% locked at the beginning of the season. It's a lot of parity, and you kind of have to you have to watch the regular season because you don't necessarily know who's going to end up. Like as great as Patrick Mahomes is not a lot that Kansas City is going. Granted, because football is a different sport. It's one person can't carry a team, but in basketball, I feel like it's more so the connection to certain players. Like when you think of the Bulls dynasty, it was Jordan. I mean, granted, Jordan, Pippen, and whatnot, Rodman got switched out, but you were looking to see Jordan versus when it was Kobe and Shaq. You were looking. It was the Lakers, but you were looking for Kobe and Shaq. They were key individuals. Bron and Steph, whoever the case may be, you're looking for those key individuals. And right now, there's a lot of really good players, but there isn't like the guy that you're looking for. And unfortunately, the guys that you are looking for are not the most marketable guys. Like Joker does not care really about anything. Giannis, I mean, he's fun to watch, but all the foreign guys, they don't have the marketability. It seems like the homegrown guys have. So there's not that, you know, I gotta tune in to watch this guy. If you enjoy basketball, I feel like the finals was great. But if you're just like the casual fan, I don't know if they're connecting as well with a you had what Thunder win this year. You had who won the year before?
Boston.
Boston, and then Denver,
Yeah.
and before Denver was like the Buck. The fact that I can't rattle them off is as much as I watch basketball. I
Warriors.
feel like
Warriors
it's
22.
another issue. So I feel like it's kind of it's great for the people who love just the sport, but for the casual fan, like the fact that you can't list off the last five champions off the top of your head is a
I,
problem.
I think the leagues would like big market teams that would be the dynasties. You know, like the problem with OKC is it is a small market. You don't have Shea Gilgeous is an amazing player, but he is not like a face where, you know, the league is. I honestly think Halliburton could be. He's just not in a big enough market. Like
Mhm.
he's got a lot of charisma. He's got a lot. That's why I hate, you know, you never know what would happen, but you know, they don't really a league would love if this was the Knicks. They would love if it was the Bulls again. They sure
Yeah.
would love for the Lakers. I think these sports leagues, they want that competitive balance, but when that championship comes up, they
They
really
want
do
one of
want
them
one of
teams.
the marquee, you know, but unless again, and I always say this, even 15 years ago, the Golden State Warriors franchise was a complete joke, a complete joke, and they were. I think it's been 12 years since they really became relevant. And then you know you had a Steph, you had a great foil in Draymond, you know you had a silent assassin in Clay, and they just built a nucleus up. That's why you know being a fan as I am of you know well I ain't got my Yankees thing up, but the Yankees. People hate the Yankees because we got all the money and we get all the players, and it's this mystique. So when they watch, they're watching, like Jeff said, I either want to hate you or love you when I watch, but you don't want ambivalence. And that's what leagues struggle with is that ambivalence. Now, of course, you know, the ratings for the NBA finals weren't great, but that game 7 spikes because everybody loves a game 7. I don't
Mhm.
care. It could have been Memphis, Minnesota. Anybody's going to watch a game 7. So the league does have that to contend with. But let's switch gears a little bit because we talked a little about Cooper Flag, who's having a decent start, kind of struggling, but a rookie. I feel like he's being totally played out of position at this point guard thing. I don't know what Jason Kidd is doing that, but we got some really good rookies playing ball right now. And we also have some guys coming into the league possibly next year that they are saying crazy transcendent. You about to see some tanking. Like that boy Boozer's son dropped like 35 last night. Like,
I don't know
woo!
about Boozer though. So.
And they saying the kid in Kansas,
He nice.
I'm hearing words that men are not lawful to speak in comparisons. I'm hearing Kobe and Jordan comparisons with this.
Oh my.
I'm hearing it, bro. I'm like, I ain't seen him play yet. So we talk about the foreign invasion and all that, but some of these young players, shout out. I wish we would have BJ Edgecombe. I like Edgecombe and Baylor. I loved him. I like Edgecombe. It's a lot of good young players. So do we see anybody that we like early on in the start of this season that we're saying, hey, old boy can make some noise? It don't even got to be a young player, but do we see anybody that we like early on that we don't maybe talk about it much? Anybody can answer.
Oh, okay. Jay, you got somebody?
I mean, I thought if VJS come, I was like, how did Philly get this dude? Like the way he came on the scene. Like they had the 4th pick. So I'm surprised. Like he more explosive because I didn't watch him at Baylor that much.
He had a 3rd pick. I think. Yeah.
He was the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to build their whole backcourt, like just letting him and Tyrese be the focal points, man.
And shout out to Tyrese, boy.
He's a monster. Because you remember, I remember you told me like he looked like when Gil went on that, Gilbert Arenas went on that.
Right, he's got that. Yeah, he's reminding me of that Gil Arenas kind of game. Like Maxey, he ain't just no good player now. He's established as the number 1 type of player, for sure. Yeah, they got the 3rd pick. They jumped up.
So are we gonna talk about Wemby?
I'm getting
well,
there.
I was just about to. Stephon Castle. Man, that dude. We're gonna talk about it, but specifically him, young players, year 2, man, he nasty. Like his flow of the game and what they're building there, him driving the offense. I really like Castle. Yeah. That dude is a baller.
Yeah.
There's a cat, I cannot pronounce his last name, Con K. That's what we'll call him. Out in Charlotte, like secretly.
The white dude that look like he played like got their YMCA game.
The dude that looks like he's a pickleball champion.
Yeah.
That dude, like quiet as kept, like he's been the best rookie. Even and VJ is incredible. That dude's got a crazy ceiling with that dude. I mean, he's in Charlotte, which is a egregiously terrible franchise.
Yeah.
But that dude has been balling for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, for me, they're not rookies, but both of them could have a major say in the NBA this year, and it's the Thompson twins. Both are on really good teams. The Pistons, like I said, are just setting the league on fire right now, and I think so highly of both of them. And you rarely see twins. They're so close in game, and they're so good. It's kind of hard to pick each one of them apart because they kind of do the same thing, and they're good defensive players, unbelievable athleticism, and they're both really important to their teams they're on. They're not the number 1 guys on either team, but they're 2, no more than 3rd best, each of them. And I think Houston and Detroit could make some noise this season. But let's get down to it. We're going to go down to Texas. We talked about, the one Texas team that's falling apart, but there's a team that's on the rise. Wemby and the gang are really looking good. I mean, well, except against Golden State, because boy. Hey, first of all, let's real quick. Steph Curry, ain't nobody said you was done, so I don't know why you firing off like mad at us. Nobody said you was.
Hey, nobody said, hey, he mad at Under Armour. All right, take this Under Armour.
Woo. This is the Under Armour revenge. When this dude came out,
that's the Under Armour revenge, bro. That's
in
Under
the Kobe's.
Revenge.
Woo!
In the Kobe's, hey. That's hey.
If you got Under Armour stock, man, go ahead and sell it.
Yeah, bro. He torched them in the Kobe's, dude.
46 and 49.
That was nasty work.
37 years old, 46 and 49, back to back on somebody's opposing floor. 44th 30-point game. He tied Michael Jordan.
I didn't even know he was I didn't
How?
know that.
No, I'm not even trying to be funny. I saw the list. I'm like, how is Bron not on that list?
Yeah, I've seen that list too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird.
I was shocked. Yeah.
But no, they and San Antonio was a pretty good defensive team, and they just, I mean, my goodness. But that aside, I'm not gonna pick San Antonio to like win the title this year, of course, but this is what people see coming, and Wemby is. I heard like an NBA scout say he watched the game with his wife, and his wife saw Wemby, and she was like, "Well, that's not fair. He shouldn't be able to play." Like when you hear people like casual people say stuff like that, that's how crazy this dude is. But it ain't just him. It is Stephon Castle. I mean, they've got my man from Sacramento. They got
Vassell.
Aaron Fox. They got Vassell. They got
They
Ron.
got Dylan Harper.
They got Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper on the team. I mean, this is a good young team. It is. I'm sure they've seen what OKC's done. They're trying to build from the draft. You don't have to get no crazy bunch of free agents to come in. They did get De'Aaron Fox, but that's all. I mean, they got plenty of cap space. I think, again,
But
by next year, we might be like, uh-oh.
hey, look, but if I'm Atlanta Hawks and I'm on the phone like, look, we're trying to blow it up. Give us Dylan Harper. Give us Stephon Castle. We'll give you Trae Young. Would you make that deal?
You said Trae Young? Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey. See, I wouldn't.
But you got De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox ain't Trae Young, dude. That pick and roll with them.
But
where would you put Fox though at?
Put De'Aaron
At the
Fox.
two?
I would put him in the package.
that's too much.
No, I would put De'Aaron Fox, maybe like Dylan Harper in the draft pick for Trae Young. I feel like they one piece away. They
well, okay, but here's the thing: does getting Trae Young make them the favorite this season?
Man, almost yes. They have no 3-point shooting at all. If you get Trae Young with that spacing, that dude has no room to operate. He has no feet. Like right now, Wemby with spacing on the floor. He has no spacing right now. Who can shoot? Dylan Harper can't shoot. Stephon Castle is a terrible 3-point shooter.
No, they're not a great 3-point shooting team, but I think
So if you get that dude,
San Antonio though, I don't know.
I need some shooters, bro.
I don't know.
Fox can't shoot.
I'm not touching none of that young core. You can add you can add that because they ain't ready right now. So give them 2 more years. Like they're not gonna go in the playoffs and really win nothing out of a first round series this year. I don't see that happening. But give them a year or two, and you add some veteran shooting or something like that. That's all they need. They don't need another. Dude, Wemby is a mutant, literally.
But we've already established to win a chip, you need at least 2 potential Hall of Famers. We've already said that.
Not Denver.
Not OKC really. They don't.
Not OKC. Not Denver. No, you don't.
My thing is, all I'm saying with San Antonio is, they don't got good shooting right now.
They have terrible shooting. Not good. Not
The
just not
easiest
good.
thing that you can get in the league is shooting. Like that's
the hardest thing to get.
A shooter? Like what?
Why the Lakers don't have no shooters then? We were running
the
like shooters for 6 years.
Because the Lakers are idiots. There you go, right there.
Yo, how long have we been? We have terrible shooting.
No. The Lakers have gotten shooters. They just can't shoot in LA.
When they get to LA, they stop. They forget how to shoot.
That's the problem. They've gotten shooters. They just can't shoot.
You traded for Russ Westbrook.
If you put Bron, when Bron gets shooters in the corner like Mike Miller, Ray Allen, all those kind of guys, he can kick it to. He hasn't had that since he's been in LA.
Booby Gibson.
Right. They don't really.
They have no shooting, dude. Shooting is hard to get.
No, it's not. The Lakers just don't get good shooting, fam. Like dudes can't play. You can't. It's hard to get 3 and D dudes. Is really what you need to do. Because just getting a shooter, if he can't play D, is going to kill you. Like
he's gonna get red on
but I'm just saying, San Antonio is not ready to win just yet. So let dudes grow. See what you have. This is not like Houston where we're going all in. Let's just get KD and see. Like,
do you think Wemby is going to be okay with a 4-year timeline?
Bro, he just got in the league. Bro. You're not winning that fast. You're not. I don't care. I don't care if you get shoot. You're not winning that fast. Like OKC just won, and they. What year is Shea? Shea is in his. This is.
He was because he was with the Clippers for a couple years.
What year is Shea in though?
Just like 6 or 7.
Right. 6 or 7 year?
Yeah.
He's 27 right now.
Yeah.
He's been in the league a while.
Yeah, he was with the Clippers for like.
I don't see Wemby being comfortable. Like the timeline for me to win a chip is 4 years.
Nah, I think that's pretty. I mean, that's that. You follow if you stay.
They not even played the playoffs yet.
Yeah, if you stay where you at, like the only anomaly was like the Kobe Shaq. Kobe got his a little early, but the normal window is like 7 years.
Yeah, that's usually. But I think San Antonio is fine. Like, make the playoffs, earn some dues. Come on, Jay. Like we said, you gotta pay your dues. If they made the second round, throw a parade for that. Like, they haven't made the playoffs in years, and so this will be their first taste of playoffs. Listen, if they don't get in one of them top 4 spots, they're not going to win anyway. They're not going to beat nobody. You're not beating Denver. You're not beating OKC. You're not even going to beat Houston. No. Get the playoffs, get your feet wet, and then let's.
So you telling me
they ain't beating Steph?
Wait, but you telling me you wouldn't take that call? Because I'm just saying, I just heard these type of talks. Like,
no, it's out there, but
it's out there.
If I'm not touching it.
I'm tipping them young dudes out, bro. Young ass.
But even I don't know.
Even Trae Young is how old? Trae Young is like 26.
I feel like you still got to lose. I feel like in the NBA, no matter how good you are, like you have to lose. Like, you got to lose, and your stars got to figure it out. Like, as great as Wemby is, he hasn't hit the switch where he's getting 30 every night. Like Shea last year, he found that switch to where like Shea average was like 27 the year before. But he gets you 35 a game, then he gets you 17, then he gets you 25. Like he floated. Last season, it was 30 every
night.
Yeah, you gotta keep
30. It's an off night.
You gotta keep knocking. Like look at Ant trying to knock. Yeah. Right, he knocking on the door, but he ain't got there yet.
And that's a good team too. Minnesota's a good team. It just
No, y'all was trying to hate on Minnesota. We was talking at church. You said y'all was like Minnesota's bums. Y'all said
I'm not a believer.
I don't
believe
it. There, but y'all was like Minnesota's.
You're not picking Minnesota to go nowhere. Stop. You ain't.
No, I'm not picking them. But I said, but they go to how far did they?
They've been in 2 Western Conference. Yeah, but they're not gonna go. Like, you're not picking them to beat the big boys. They're not gonna do that because they just. I mean, people don't.
Y'all believe in Houston more than I do, though.
It doesn't matter. I still think it's OKC Denver after all.
That's how I think. We ever got up there. I got OKC.
When we go to that. But I think a young team like that, San Antonio is probably the most promising young team that I want to make sure I think about everybody, even in the East. I don't really.
The East is trash.
Are we saying is Detroit a young
Well,
team?
I mean, Detroit, that's true. No, I like Detroit.
I mean, listen, let's keep it real. Like, Detroit has been so garbage.
For 20 years.
Any uptick, right, is going to get attention. I was not a believer in Cade. I have to,
Cade is like that.
I have to admit, Cade is like that. But they not going to, if they won a first round series, that would be a year.
I feel like
they're not gonna keep this pace. They ain't the Thunder. Like, they just off to a hot start.
But they playing defense though. They doing
the
they basically. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh wait, they're gonna win Detroit Pistons gonna win 60 games or something? No, you don't believe that. You start scratching your head.
No, you know what? They could. I'll tell you why. Wait, let me tell you why.
Because
you know what happens in the East? The East
you gonna take a piece of that pie? You gonna put them at 60
so bad.
What's the line?
Wait, no. Let me say it. The East is so bad. Remember Cleveland? Didn't Cleveland just win like 60? Remember that Atlanta team that won like 65 games? Not that they real teams, but the East is so terrible. One team can win a bunch of games. The Pistons could. Not that they win the championship, because I don't think they're better than the Knicks or what's the name, but they just, the East does this every couple years. One team wins 62 games. They don't do nothing.
It's wide open. Can I just say this real quick? OKC has 2 top 10 picks next year.
Bro,
That's terrible, bro.
That's why I
Terrible.
say that Paul
That
George.
can't. I knew they had one, but is it 2? It can't be 2.
They have 2.
I don't believe
And
it, bro.
that's the
Google it.
only reason
I
why
don't
I'm not
believe it, bro.
100%. I mean, the
I don't
Luka
believe
trade was
it.
bad,
Google it.
but that trade
It's
is
not 2,
that Joker is
bro.
still paying dividends.
It's
man.
not
That's why
That Paul
y'all
George
talking
trade
about.
is still
I
paying
get it
dividends.
from a
It's
star
not 2,
power.
bro.
I get it from a star power perspective with Luca, but the ripple effect of that trade,
I've never
and
seen
them,
nothing like
and
that.
Sam Presti still using that junk. The draft next year is loaded. Google it right now. They have 2 unprotected picks, bro.
But
I think
again, everybody has to put a caveat on that. That is not the Paul George trade.
Yeah, see, that's a
It's
misnomer.
the
Tell
Paul
them.
George and Kawhi Leonard trade, because Kawhi was not going to come unless it was Paul George. And now you got to flip it even more, because now they didn't even got Paul George. I don't know what pet draft picks they got, who they draft. It's too convoluted. And the thing was, when they traded for them dudes, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, the Clippers." When Dallas traded away Luka, people were like, "What are y'all doing? You're idiots!" Like, it's twofold. So okay,
Oh
let's
my
get
God.
to it.
They
Y'all
say
know
there's
what?
many as 4 first-round picks next year.
Yeah.
How
Like,
is
what are
that
they gonna do with all
possible?
them picks though? Like, you just can't
What's
keep
going
picking,
on?
you can't just keep picking dudes. Like, what if they win the lottery? Like, how many dudes y'all already got? Like 10 dudes. Like,
bro, they could get the cat from BYU.
If
that's
they
what I'm
get
saying.
him, bro, I'm not watching basketball no more, bro. If they get him or Darren Peterson from my man from Kansas, bro, the league is gonna be broken.
They crazy.
It's gonna be broken, man.
I mean, who knows? But it's interesting. But I'll say this too, real quick. One more thing before we get to predictions. We talked about Halliburton, but the league, we lost Tatum, we lost Damian Lillard, all Achilles. You know, it's something even in professional sports right now. Like, we just keep losing guys. As much training, as much technology, all the things we have, the best shoes, the best rest, the best diet, blah 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 blah. I really think old heads don't like this. I'm technically old head, but I understand. I just think it's harder to play basketball now than it's ever been, because especially on the defense, look how much ground you have to cover. You have to guard Steph at 30 feet now. And the ball is moving so fast, the pace is so fast, the demand on these guys in the game. I just feel like we're seeing it take a toll. Like in football, these guys are so much bigger, so much faster, so much stronger. You know what I'm saying? Baseball, they're talking about how guys are throwing with such harder torque and spin on the ball, and it's tearing up their arms. I just feel like the physicality of sports now, we lose great players because of it, and that's the toll we have to take. So we keep saying now, we're going to say this even when we make our predictions. If healthy, yes, I pick OKC, but if Shea go down, it's all wide open. Like, the Celtics were supposed to be cruising to another type to championship. You lose Tatum, you're done. Like, I just feel like in 2025, as much as we bring to the table to know about sports and medicine and science, these guys are so bigger and faster and stronger, and playing the game is so much more strenuous. That's why we see the injuries. If anybody has a pushback, let me know. I just feel like that's how it is.
Agreed.
Yeah. I feel like it's the same. It's not only that, I feel like it's the amount of games that are played, not just like in the league. I'm talking like when these guys in AAU, like it's like the amount of basketball that's being played from these cats from like 5 to whatever they are, 30 or whatnot. I feel like there's a lot more miles being put on, because now it's not like, back in the day when like cats was coming up, like, you would play in your circuits or whatnot. Like, there's kids on the AAU circuit, like these jokers are playing like every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then on the days of not playing, they're with professional trainers now doing all these different drills and whatnot, because the competition is just a lot steeper. So I feel like by the time I think they were saying this about like Lonzo, all his injuries. They're like, by the time this dude got to the league, he had the body of somebody who had already been in the league for like 5-6 years, because the amount of miles that he had put on his body. So I feel like that's got something to do with it too.
Yeah, it is. It attributes to a lot of these things. I just hate, you just hate it. You see a guy go down, and you kind of know when you know, and it's like, man, it just changes the landscape of everything, unfortunately. But all right, y'all know what time it is, prediction time. Again, I want to stress this. I am on a 3-year streak. The team that I picked to lose the finals has won the finals.
Is that right?
Last 3 years, I've done it all the way. I picked OKC to lose last year to Boston. They won. The year before that, I picked Boston to lose to Denver. They won. The year before that, I picked Denver to lose, and they won. So we'll see. We see. If you're betting, bet against me for the finals. But Jay, give us your picks give us, if you have your conference finals picks and your finals picks, sir, please give us what you got.
So for my Western Conference, I got OKC Denver, man. Very boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the Eastern Conference, I had, surprisingly, listen, man, the Eastern Conference is wide open, man. I feel like, I mean, listen, I think I got the Pistons going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, I'm looking at the teams. I mean, look, you trust the Cavs?
Sir, make your picks. You ain't got to. You can confidently make your picks, sir. Go ahead. The Pistons and who?
The Knicks.
Pistons and wow.
Old school.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's definitely old school.
And then are we doing our championship?
We're gonna get back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do the conference finals. JBC, your conference finals.
Yes, I have the Warriors versus the Thunder in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. In the Eastern Conference, I will go with the Knicks versus the Cavaliers.
Knicks, Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Joe, your conference finals picks.
My conference finals picks, I have the Knicks and the Heat in the finals. I don't trust anybody in the Heat. I don't trust anybody in the East, and I feel like it's going to come down to coaching. And looking at all these coaches, I don't think the Heat had the talent, but I think cannot coach them. And in the West, bar injury, I got OKC in Denver.
OKC, Denver. All right. Now, real quick, the Heat might have a little more talent. Is that rumor with Ja Morant? Because they're like, them days is numbered in Memphis, and then the main person to get that dude.
He won't be cutting up like that in Heat. He
Pat Riley ain't playing that.
Listen, man, I don't care what rumor you heard. Ja Morant is not a Pat Riley player. That's not.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
Didn't they?
I don't like. That's another cat I don't like, bro. Like I like SGA over Ja. Ja's soccer, bro.
Didn't they have Jay? What's the dude for rewatchables? You know, the Heat Check dude when they be doing rewatchables. The NBA player when they always talk about the scene still in person. It takes.
Dion Waiters award.
Dion Waiters. Right. I don't know. The Heat had Dion Waiters for a minute too, but yeah, Joe just reminded me that. Okay,
they had Terry Rozier too. Them two.
Dang, they did.
They got Rozier.
And look at him now.
Oh snap! That's okay. We're gonna finish these picks and we're gonna real quick hit on the sports gambling, but real quick. Okay, so I'm going chalk in the West as well. I just feel like Denver and bar injury, Denver and OKC are just heads above. I mean, it's a lot of good teams, Minnesota, Golden State, all that. But I just feel like it's even. I mean, Houston fans are upset right now, but I'm sorry, y'all. I just feel like they're just better. In the East, it is a total crapshoot. Again, I mean, barring injury, I need to see if Jalen Brunson ain't back, I will be changing this pick. I think the Knicks will get to the East Conference Finals, and I'm going to go with.
Don't say Giannis.
I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks, man. Yeah, Giannis is on.
Who's their number two? We looked at him like,
I don't know.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Who else?
Who name another player on the Bucks?
Bobby Portis, whatever. All right, so Jay,
we don't know who they got on their team, dog.
So who you got on the finals, Jay? Who you got in the finals?
OKC and the Knicks, man. It's terrible.
OKC Knicks finals, and I'm sure we already know.
Yeah.
JV, who you got in the finals?
Warriors versus the Knicks.
Sweet, wow. Okay, all right.
Hey, all y'all.
At you. Hey, he want to laugh at you. Hey, he laughing at you.
Hey, all y'all gonna remember this.
He couldn't keep a straight face.
None of y'all picking the Warriors to even get to the Western Conference Finals. Y'all gonna eat this. Watch. Watch.
Hey, that dude, he couldn't keep a straight face, bro. Hey, he
I
be
can't
talking
wait.
trash
I
about
cannot.
Kuminga.
I cannot wait.
Hey,
Watch.
hey.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let Joe pick. Come on.
Hey,
Joe,
wait, but hold on. I
pick
got
your.
one question. Does Kuminga, is he? I ain't laughing at you.
No. I ain't got nothing to say. A great man once preached. The details don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Joe, your picks.
I got Denver and New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that you hate OKC more than I
It's
do?
not a hate.
Yes, you do. You told me
No,
yesterday.
I have legitimate reason of why they're not gonna make. Y'all forget they went 7 games with Denver last year.
No, Denver
They-
like
I
that.
Joe, I
But
agree with you.
y'all
They
told me
went
that
they
Denver.
went 7 games with Denver last year, and you go 7 games with the Pacers.
I agree
And
with you.
Halliburton was hurt pretty much majority of that season. No,
If
I don't have
if
to.
Halliburton didn't go down, Indy was
And he was not
Indy,
100.
Indy
He was
going.
injured pretty much
I mean, but
since like game
dude,
3.
but
So
Boston, they got beat by Golden State, and they came back and smacked the league.
But
they came back with a revamped team.
But here's the thing. Here, let me remind y'all something. That first finals when Golden State played Cleveland, and Cleveland lost Kyrie and they lost remember that?
Yeah.
And they still almost got them dudes. But
That's what I'm saying.
but Golden State won, and once you get that taste of winning,
Listen, I'm telling you right now.
That's
the
my theory.
Right.
They go
biggest problem for
Hollywood
the
now.
the
They
biggest problem
already.
for the
that's what I'm
Warriors
saying.
is Denver. But if you get Warriors Thunder, we done already dusted them so many times. I'm
For
telling
real?
you, that's nothing. The Thunder, it's matchups, man. Denver's a bad matchup.
Because y'all don't have no bigs that can deal with Joker.
I'm telling you. Thunder, I agree with Joe. That was not an impressive postseason. They can be beat. They're young and they're gonna give 1,000% and win 70 games, but they're not going back to back.
Jay, what I'm about to say, what numbers I'm about to bring up. When
They
you
number
are,
one in
when you are
offense and
top 3 in
defense.
offense and defense,
Yeah.
the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, bro.
JVC, I used that to defend your Warriors back in the day. Before the Warriors, everybody was on the Warriors. I said, forget the jump shooting stuff.
Yeah.
They are number 1 in offense and defense. Well, they were I think, 2 in defense that year, number 1 in offense. I'm like, they're going to win. And everybody's like,
okay. See, they could number 1 in point differential.
if they got the same defense, I don't care who.
And that's what I'm saying. They locking cats up.
But at the beginning of the season last year, Boston came out like they looked like they couldn't be beat. I said it when they smacked them on that first game. Boston looked incredible. They got yes, Jason Tatum got hurt or not, they were not winning that series. I don't feel a lot of cats have it in them to go back to back. Like all the few teams that have gone back to back, they all talk about how hard it is to go back to back. I don't think OKC has it in them to go back to back.
No, that's a good point. It's very hard. You gotta really be focused. I'm picking, of course, OKC to get to the finals, and I had the Knicks, and I had the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm going Giannis. I think it's going to be OKC. I think it's I think so. I just can't trust the Knicks for nothing, man.
Wait, who you picking in finals?
Hey, I'm about to go mobile. Let me in.
I'm going. I see you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go OKC. OKC to win. So if you are a Bucks fan, you should be rejoicing right now because I picked y'all to lose and 4th straight thing. So okay, real quick, 2 more minutes. Let me see. We got double JVC. Let me get rid of one of them if I can. Or if not, we about to be done. So real quick, the sports gambling situation is wild right now. It is a can of worms that these sports leagues have opened up themselves because they're all in partnership. Okay, we've got right now in baseball, guys are facing 60 years for one pitch that was tipped. One pitch, not that they threw a game, not that they threw an inning, not that they gave up a home run. These bettors, Jay, what they say in casino, if these guys weren't so greedy, they'd be harder to catch. One pitch this guy threw, and the numbers went crazy, and these betting guys caught it. So, Joe, how do you just feel about the betting situation in sports in general?
I always thought it was a slippery slope. Because like you said, at the end of the day, dudes are going to get greedy. There was it's a series on Netflix. I think it's called Untold or something like that, where this high school player, he was had a scholarship to go to college and whatnot, uh, did something one time for a friend, tipped him off about a game. So the buddy started going through, and they got away with it until I think they were like getting ready to go like into like either the championship game or the playoffs, and that they played their hand too big. The bet was too big. The feds got tipped off. Dude is in jail, I think, right now. I feel like I feel like anytime money is getting tossed around, like it's a slippery slope. Because I don't think it's so much the players. I think it's the circles of the players. Because a lot of these players, like you making millions of dollars, it's not really about you. But if you got like a homeboy that wants to come up, that's what the issues are.
Yeah. Jay, your thoughts on the gambling situation in professional sports?
So, I mean, that NBA stuff is crazy, man. Because like you mentioned, like casino, like how they brought your boy Sam Rothstein. He was a handicapper. He knew all the details. So he's making the mafia crime boss money because he had inside knowledge, and so he would know how to bet. And that stuff with your man's Chauncey is wild.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so if there's some organized crime elements to that, like I don't want to be like Chauncey gonna roll over. Is he gonna roll over? Because if they start like, it's
I heard a guy talk about, he's like, I've been in those rooms, and they're like, the concept of come play poker with this famous player or this famous celebrity, that's not a new thing. He's like, they've been doing that where they draw these big whales in and then they get him. So they're like, they kind of feel like Chauncey is getting scapegoat a little bit. They're like, that is not a new thing. They've been getting dudes like that. So Chauncey probably will roll over because Chauncey's like, I was just getting paid to, it's a sophisticated thing. But that's kind of a separate thing because that's not totally tied into getting out. He is on another thing where he told somebody, yeah, we tanking, if you want to bet against us, you can. He told one of his boys that. The difference too is then you got Damon Jones giving people information about tanking, and you've got, of course, Rozier. We don't know if he was tanking on the court, whatever. It's just
not a good look.
And like Joe said, a lot of times you really ain't even doing it for you. You know, some people, man, hook me up, man, my mortgage. Oh, yo, I need to make some money real quick. And like I said, them baseball dudes are just throwing one. He's like, okay, in the third inning, I'm gonna throw a curveball. Just bet curveball. But fam, these dudes watch the money. You can't just. All right, so JBC, your thoughts real quick on the gambling situation in professional sports.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, it's wild. I think. I mean, stuff been going on, but it's just, it's the sports, it's the legalizing of the sports gambling right now. It's something that's monitored. So I think they're going to, set a precedent that, hey, y'all not doing this. Like, because they just sent a search and seizure of like, a whole bunch of NBA teams like the Lakers and other stuff, like they want phones. Like they just did a search, they want phones. So this is serious. Chauncey, he ain't no Bodie. It's only 2 days. It's only 2 days you do. The day you go in and the day you go out. So it's I think they're gonna set a precedent here. I think it's gonna keep being a ripple effect, and they gotta be like, yo, this is not happening. Side note, a lot of people feel like Ohtani got off.
We don't talk about that no more, but that story was crazy.
For real? Is that what they say?
They like Ohtani got off big time.
Fam,
I thought that this man was playing them though.
But they were like, the amount of money you would really have to be just.
That's how they spun the story. Because think about how big Ohtani is. Right? Yeah. They're gonna take him down. Nah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, so that's what.
But I'll say this though too: the problem, not in the Ohtani thing, but overall, is these prop bets. It's not so. It's too hard to throw a game, even in the NBA. Like, if you go back to that referee scandal, he was just, again, it wasn't that he was throwing games. They really didn't catch that. He was just giving them insider information. Like, yeah, you know what? I heard about, Cleveland coach, this and that. That's all he was really doing.
The Tim Donahue stuff?
Yeah. It wasn't like, so even if a ref can't throw the game, it's hard to throw a game. You can maybe try to change the spread a little bit, but it's these prop bets. So, like what happened with your boy, he's in Brooklyn now, he's in Denver, his brother, Dante
Michael
Porter.
Porter. Yeah.
Dante Porter, again, just was the fact that bet my under, I'm not gonna play that much. Like simple stuff. But again, fam, you can't bet the Jonte Porter under for $100,000, bro. They gonna let's raise a red flag. Like, come on,
And
dog.
and and that's the other part too, is a lot of like it's a slippery slope. A lot of the NBA players, it's like it's simple stuff like, yo, like they may just tell their homeboys like, I'm not feeling good, coach may not play me. Right there, now they got information and you can get in trouble for that. So that's why I say it's a slippery slope, because like I don't know, if you tell your homeboy like you didn't sleep well, or what I'm saying, stuff like that or whatnot. They place a bet and they trace that back to you. Now you in trouble.
Right. Yeah,
Can you imagine this happening under David Stern, though? This David Stern. Like, because people, bro, it's a pretty known fact that your boy Michael Jordan got blackballed.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, depending on who it is,
yeah.
right? They had to figure out how to handle Jordan. Just like I feel like they had to figure out how to handle Ohtani.
Yeah.
But did y'all see any footage of some of the games Terry Rozier was playing and they was betting?
The video evidence is not in his favor.
Hey, this dude was doing some crazy stuff.
What you doing, bro? Like,
oh, word?
Yeah, they got footage of it. I mean, I'm talking about like they hit the ball off his knee, like.
Bro, and Rozier, now didn't they say like he had a lien on his house or something, or like some kind of crazy stuff? So he might have actually needed the money. That's one of them weird things like that.
To your point, right? It's like we be like, from an outro perspective, we're like, yo, you got millions. No, they don't. No, because they live the way they live in. Yeah, they don't got it, or they ain't paying their taxes or whatever.
Bro,
and they got money problems.
One of the greatest quotes I ever heard was back in the day remember that when the Spurs won the championship, there was a lockout, that first one in '99 when Tim Duncan won his first one and they played the Knicks. Patrick Ewing, there was a big lockout, and Patrick Ewing told the press, they're like, why are you guys locking out? You're making so much money. And Patrick Ewing said, listen, we make a lot, but we also spend a lot. He's like, don't think, I got 3 houses, dog, and I got a boat, like all that stuff. So, folks, that is the NBA preview. We are, of course, 13 games into the season. Mind your business. You got what you got. Also, quick plug, Music Manor is coming up, man. I got some shows I'm about to drop, the Music Manor stuff. It's going to be great. Be starting out with the top 10 gospel albums of all time. Look forward. That's coming. I got a whole big thing coming for that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be spicy. But we had to get this in, and I'm sorry to that man, Nico. Bro, maybe you can move back to Nike, get you a job, and
you'll never be a GM.
He fumbled the Steph deal. He ain't go. He done. He's done.
Dang, he did fumble the Steph deal.
He's the one who fumbled this. He was the one who fumbled the Steph.
So this dude's just a loser all around.
Yeah,
Nico's done, bro.
Yeah,
he'll never be a GM, bro.
We will see him on the NBA Today set arguing with Big Perk about some stupid joke that he told. Well, until next time, y'all. Please like, subscribe. Like I said, more content coming. I want to thank J-Rob, thank Joe, thank JVC. You got it in. We will see y'all later. And y'all know what to do. Be blessed. Stay sharp.